So today we're going to learn how to transcribe music. When you say writing music, means you're composing music. So it's called transcription. So we're writing a music from listening to pre-composed music and writing it down, right? So transcription, first make it simple. Uh, Create a framework first. What we're going to do, and then try to fit in everything in that framework, right? So in Rupagatalam, let's take a simple Rupagatalam. You know, in a Alankaram level, நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சரி சரி கமா அப்படி இருக்கு 2+4 இருக்கு 6 notes. அதை வந்து கன்வீனியன்ஸ் சேக்குக்காக என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 சரி சரி கமா ரிக ரிக மப கமா கமா பத அப்படி அப்படி, you know. So in that scenario, what we, you know, that's become a standard of a ரூபகதாளம்னா அப்படி ஆகிடுது. ஒரு கன்வீனியன்ஸ் சேக்காக பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸில் அது மாதிரி பண்ணணும், சரியா? ஸோ அது மாதிரி தான் எழுத போகிறோம் ரூபகதாளம். we going to write like that. So basically the framework would be for the rupagatalam would be, you know, like a 3 beats, right? So 1 2 3 4 in each beat, and then 1 2 3 4 in another beat, and then 1 2 3 4, that's another beat, right? So there are basically 3 beats in there: beat number 1, beat number 2, and beat number 3, right? So you know, I'll put it here. You can see you have beat number 1, beat number 2, and beat number 3. So you have 3 columns in here. Which one is that? Column is this way or this way, Pooja? I get always confused. This is more column is this way, rows are this way. Okay. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. அப்படிதான் எனக்கு ஸ்கூலில் படிக்கும்போதுல. Okay, I will be always on the last row. But so and the 4 notes. So if you write it like this, very easy: 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2. அதுதான் rhythm. Okay, so then I don't have to write, you know, I can write for each bar 4 notes. If anything faster than that, I can put a line above. Okay, if I write only 2 notes to your board, then also it's okay, you can write it that way, but it'll become like too much. So இதில் நிறைய கோடெல்லாம் போட வேணாம், க்ளீனாக வந்துடும். Okay, this is how I have also written my book, Puthagam Volume 1. Is Puthagam Volume 1 and Volume 2, Volume 5, up to that is all written by me. I wrote that notation and I developed this notation myself. So this is my, you would not see this kind of, you know, kind of a thought process. You know, why I did from Punjab Sayar book into the new one is not just to create my own book, but that was missing for the instrument players. You know, it was good to keep your fingers and point fingers and go when you're singing, but there's no fingers to point when you're playing both hands, right? Our mind has to point. So this is more a visual help us to go into that. Okay, so for example, if I play Sari Gama Pada Ni Sa Ni Da Ba Ma. Let's say I'm recording something. Sari Gama Pada Ni Sa Ni Da Ba Ma. How will I write that one? Can we all write that one? Sari Gama, first beat on the Sari Gama Pada Ni Sa. Then I'll put a dot above the Sa. Ni Da Ba Ma. So I wrote the first bar Sari Gama, second bar Pada Ni Sa, and the third bar Ni Da Ba Ma. Right, Sarigama Padanisa Nida Pama. So சும்மா நான் ரேண்டமா ஒரு நோட் எடுத்து நம்ம வாசிக்கணும்னா, you know, we can also know how to write it. So let me go zoom into that a little bit. Seconds. Okay, I think when you start writing down a little bit down here, you can see it very easily. So this is our first notation, right? You heard something and then you play it back, and okay, அப்படின்னு ஒரு phrase, சரி சரி க சரி க ம let's say something like that, like, right? Sari ga ma. Here the beats are crossing, the notes are crossing over the beat. Sa or beat, I'd say. So what do I do? Only sa is the only on the beat number 1. So I'm going to put 3 commas after that to fill that page. Sa, that makes it 4. We can write only 4. Sa ri ga ma. And the ga over the tone. So I have 2 commas on the third beat and ma and comma. Sa 2 3 4. And then ri and ga take the second beat. Sa ri ga ma. The ga is a ga and the a sound goes to the tone. So I put 2 more commas on the 3 and then ma. In my notation there is no semicolon used. Everything is only commas. Right? Sa ri ga ma deva deva sa ri sa ma ga ma. இப்போ கமா, அந்த காமாக்கு வந்து சாமகமான்னு வாசிக்கிறோம். சாமகமா அதை வந்து நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு சின்ன பென்சிலில் you can write it down as a சாமகமா. You can also write samagama sama sari samagama. அந்த மகமா இங்கே நெக்ஸ்ட் சா வந்து அந்த அனுஸ்வரம் எழுத ஆரம்பித்தாலே, then you have to really be precise. So I would simply put, in the காக்கு வந்து சமக சின்னதாக ஒரு மேலே எழுதி ஒரு நோட்டேஷன் போட்டேன்னா, that's kind of a detailed notes of the anuswaram, right? But basically I'm playing and then the ga is so plain. I know that. Why can't we write samagama itself? Well, it's okay. If you want to write down all the nuances, you can also write it down if you want it. It become a more descriptive notation. Okay? So if I have to write the notation, I'm going to write one more time. Sa ri sa ma ga ma deva deva sa ri sa ma ga ma. So I can also write like this. Instead of not writing the notation, I can also write the descriptive notation. Sa ri sa ma ga ma. அப்போ எப்படி தாளத்தில் எப்படி வருது? Sa ri sa ma ga ma. Ma ga ma comes on the tone. Sa ri sa ma ga ma. Right? அதுக்கப்புறம் we can remove all the ornamentation. Okay? Sa ri sa ma ga ma. Pa 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 ma ma ga ma pa 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 ma ma ga. Now let's see how that one. Pa pa ஒரு beatல pa pa. So I'm going to put pa comma pa comma. Remember, I have to have 4 notes in one bar. Pa 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 ma pa ma ga. First I'll write the note pa ma pa ma ga. So pa ma pa ma ga, pa ma pa ma ga. One beatல எனக்கு அந்த note வந்தாகணும். So I'll put a line above pa ma pa. Pa ma pa ma ga. Pa ma pa ma ga ma pa ma pa. And one more thing, we want to put 2 lines on the beginning to show that it's a beginning, and 2 lines at the end showing that it is the end. Pa 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 ma pa ma ga ma pa. So when you see this one, right? See pa 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 ma pa ma ga. ma pa, and the pa kadasi pa வந்து is going to be pa 2. So that two notes are going to be pushed to the next beat. Pa 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 ma pa ma ga ma pa. So the next barல வந்து ரெண்டு கமா போடணும். Pada ba pada ba pada ba pa pa ma pada ba pa pa ma. Now this one you have to look at how I write this one. So the two commas goes on the first bar, and then you play pada, and then you put one comma and pa, and then two commas after pa. Comma, pa, comma, comma. Pada, pa, 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 ma. In the last third beat le pa, comma, pa, ma. Maga ma pa ma pa, maga ma pa, maga ma pa ma pa, ga ma ga, re sa ni. So the first bar gets maga ma pa, and then second ma pa comes on the second beat, and gama comes on the second beat itself, and then ga goes to the next beat, and then risani comes on the last, also of the last beat. Gama gandra phrase la வந்து gama is on the previous beat and ga comes on the last beat. Gama ga risani. Right? So this becomes your actual Deva Deva Kalyamite. Right? Now let me take a picture of this one, send you. Vinu, here you are. No, I had to send it on the I sent it on the Skype page. Yeah, you're able to see that one. Let's look at the notation for 1 second. So if I have to read this notation, sa ri sa ma ga ma pa 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 ma pa ma ga ma pa pa da pa 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 ma ga ma pa ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ri sa ma ga ma pa 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 ma ga ma pa pa da pa 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 ma ga ma pa ga ma ga ri sa ni. Alright? Now Pooja, take your keyboard. I want you to play on the keyboard this notes.